Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the Clark Gillies Arena at Dex Hills Park on the LI Sports Network. Some Monday night New York Islanders High School Hockey League varsity action. We've got the Bethpage Eagles set to square off against the Half Hollow Hills Hornets. Travis Quigley here on the call. Our producer tonight is Gabe Takuri, and operating the camera is Rowan Hlodick. Bethpage 0-1 entering tonight's game as not the start to the campaign that they were looking for. Took a tough loss to the Long Beach Marines in their opening matchup. They're looking to bounce back here tonight against the Hornets. And the Hornets here in their home barn coming off a 7-3 victory over Syosset last week on November 11th, so just 6 nights ago. That came here. So this is the second game of the season at home for Hills, and they're looking to continue rolling 1-1 to start the campaign here in 25-26. Both these squads made the playoffs last season, not the results that they were looking for. As Bethpage was ousted early, Hills made it into the semifinals and lost. These two squads want to make deep runs this year. And Hills and Bethpage are just about ready to go here from the Clark Gillies Arena once again. Bethpage going to be wearing their gold uniforms with navy blue and white stripes going right to left, first and third period on your screens. On the opposite side, Half Hollow Hills wearing their home white uniforms with the red shoulder caps, red and black stripes on the jerseys going left to right in the first and third. Starting in goal for Bethpage, it's going to be Addison Menz getting her second start of the season. On the other side for Half Hollow Hills, it's going to be Danny DiPaolo. It's Hills who control the opening faceoff. DeGarre pass to the outside. Immediately, shot rings off the post. Benson Huang cycles it in deep. Mossbacker takes a check and moves it over to Steven DeGarre. Bethpage trying to fend off this early pressure from the Hornets as it cycled back in low by Huang. DeGarre there. Controls it on the opposite boards now. It's scooped up, and Bethpage are going to break it out. Wendell moves it to the outside, keeps going to the net. That one's stuffed up, and pardon me, it's Cooper Tell in the net tonight for the Hornets. Eagles looking to go quickly. Mossbacker collects, circles back to neutral ice, and now re-enters the zone. Trying to push it outside to DeGarre, swiped out by Bergen. Benson Huang receives the pass on the zone entry now. On the backhand to the forehand. Hits the outside of the cage and pops out of play. Minute 9 gone here in the first period. Hornets setting a good pace to start this matchup. Hills control possession, solid defensive stand, but it's taken right back on a turnover. Pass down low, right in front of the net. Stuff play, save made, rebound, another stop. It's loose in the blue paint still, both sides battling for it. Still free, nobody can find it. I see it still loose, and now dragging it out is Aiden Park, clearing the zone for the Eagles. Icing to be called. What a sequence right there in the paint. Got to tip your cap to Addison Menz, keeping the puck out there. It was Eagles who controlled it, but Hills keep it in. Patsalos opens up the hips, takes a wrist shot on goal, takes a deflection, they score! Minute 44 in, Half Hollow Hills take a 1-0 lead. See on the replay who got the last touch of the puck. Great job by Patsalos here to open up the hips and find that lane to the net. And in the high slot, looks like that was Jet Lucas who got the tip in. So it'll be the first of the year for Jet. 1-0 lead for Half Hollow Hills in the early going of this game. Exactly the start that they were looking for, building off that opening shift where they kept the Eagles hemmed in. Now it's Bethpage who are looking to respond. Got the puck into the Hornets zone, but quickly going north. Half Hollow Hills, Blessy just lost it on the zone entry. Patsalos there backing him up. Patsalos to Blessy. Curls for Patsalos again. Those two have a catch beneath the goal line. Patsalos takes a hit from Wendell. Puck chipped out of the zone, neutral ice now. A quick reset for Half Hollow Hills. Lemke beats a couple forecheckers, cuts into the zone, offside. Bethpage win the draw. Chipped off the wall, collecting it is Seglio. Had it just knocked away, recovered by Wendell and played forward. Pardon me, that was Bergen who recovered it. Trying to knock it down just out of reach of Minhas now. Numbers here for the Hornets, pass across. Just knocking that one down was Fazio. Spins, goes across the seam to Wheeler. Wheeler, one of the top players for the Hornets last season. We're in the C this year. Stick battle was won by the Eagles. Back down low for Wendell. Pardon me, for Wheeler. Fazio takes a bump. Wheeler just trying to throw it on goal. Went wide and skips out of the zone. On the forecheck hard is Minhas. Half Hollow Hills slowing things down here. Played about 3.5 minutes. And that one's fired in. Hornets make a line change. It's Wendell looking to wheel now. Wendell with a ton of pace up the ice. Gets taken down and a penalty called here. Bethpage going to get the first power play of the night. Great opportunity for them to respond. Mossbacker to the box, 2 for tripping. Hills, not immediately off the draw, but right after, able to clear the zone, and Bethpage will have to break out now. Billy Wendell moves it off to the near side. Ribeiro, head fake to the middle, stays on the outside of the ice, keeps driving in wide, and looks to set things up now for the Eagles. Minute 30 left on the power play. As the puck jumps out into the high slot, that shot's blocked. Second try, one-time blast, save made. Puck is still loose, another rebound opportunity, and it's stopped again. Couple big-time saves in a row from Tell. Minute 19 left on the power play as the faceoff's won by the Hornets. Right down the middle of the ice on the clear, hit the tape of Patsalos, slows it up at the red line and circles back into his own zone before trying to fire it long once again. It's stopped by Policia. Policia gains the blue, fires it deep. Solomon scoops. Eats the puck for a moment, kills some time as we've got 50 seconds left on the power play now. Solomon doing a nice job protecting it. As again, not giving Bethpage much space here to work it offensively. The 2-on-2 battle commences in the corner. Both sides battling hard right now, trying to dig that puck free. It's Solomon who comes out with it. Clearing attempt stopped up. He's still tied up on the yellow of the wall. Now a pass out into the slot. Chance here for the Eagles. It's blocked. Hits the top of the glass, stays in the zone. Up to the point for Wendell. Wendell shovels it low, but it just came out. Delayed offside. Now a chance here shorthanded. A stretch pass to Patsalos. He skates into it. Drops it back, and Policia blocks it. Can now slow it down here for Bethpage. His stretch pass missed tape. And 2 seconds and 1. Mossbacher returns. The Hornets successfully kill off the penalty. Stretch pass to Mossbacher out of the box. A breakaway chance. He rings the post. Chipped out of the zone. Now an opportunity. Ronaldo driving in with the biscuit. Cuts to the middle. Just avoids a check. But the puck skirts off behind the cage. Chipped ahead for Mossbacher at the red. Slowed up by Bergen. D-to-D pass. Chang takes a check from Wheeler, but took the hit to make the play. Got it deep in the Hills zone. Hills on a quick breakout. Again slowed up in the neutral ice by Bergen. It's one-handed back to Chang, and he'll have a chance to reset here. Hard pass off the wall, and that one's going to skip over the stick of Park. And with 8:19 to go in the first period, we get a stoppage here. Offensive zone faceoff coming for Half Hollow Hills. We'll go to the right of men's for the faceoff. Back to the point. Comes across, and it's intercepted. Chipped out. Going to be a foot race for the puck now. Racing after it. Minhas for the Eagles. After intercepting that pass, trying to create some offense now. Opportunity is taken away. Solid defensive stand from the Hornets. Now have numbers coming offensively. Thrown on goal. Menz is going to glove it. Take the whistle. Near side faceoff. It's one back to Patsalos. Drops it to the point. That's a wrist shot off the stick of Menz. Tracked it well. Rebound right to the corner. And the Eagles clear. Hornets doing a good job possessing the puck through the first half of this opening period, but a turnover forced there by Seglio. His shot went wide and skips out to the neutral zone. Slowing it down, Chang, gaining the red line, dumping it back in. Bethpage want to keep the puck hemmed in deep here. Try to establish some offensive zone time, as the Hornets have certainly dominated in that category here in this first period. Still just 1-0 though, 7:10 left in the opening period. I want to thank you all for joining us here on the LI Sports Network, live from the Clark Gillies Arena. Dished across the seam, unable to connect on the one-timer though. And now an opportunity on a stretch pass. The Hornets are in. Pass across to Jet Lucas on the backhand. Shoveled it over the net. He's going to be able to collect his own rebound though. Rolls the circle into the middle of the ice. It's hacked off the stick and out of the zone by Ronaldo. Puck dumped in. Chang gets after it. Came together initially with Blessy. Chang won that battle. Puts it into space for Policia. Solomon curls back behind his own net. Has it initially knocked away. And the breakout opportunity slowed up. Now here come the Hornets. A ton of pace. But the drop pass from Blessy, a little bit blind. Patsalos recovers it. Blessy trying to curl it to the point. Goes at the net, takes a hop off the skate of Ronaldo, and cleared out of the zone by Bergen. Off the wall, and Hills in the midst of a change, and I think they're going to get called for too many skaters on the ice. Indeed they are. Bethpage going back on the power play. D-to-D pass as the power play begins. That opportunity gets blocked. Policia scoops it up, goes back to the point. It's Wendell. Wendell back to the flank. Policia across the seam. Came off the stick of Seglio, recovers it. Center point. Wendell shot blocked. Unable to glove it down, and it skips out of the zone. Racing after it for the Hornets is Fazio. Swung back to Wendell and looks to move it quickly ahead. Policia throws it on goal. Tell gloves it, keeps it moving, drops it for Solomon. Solomon hard off the boards and all the way down. Men's going to leave it out for Wendell. A quick head fake as Fazio applying pressure. Dish to Bergen. Bergen swings it back on the near side for Policia. Policia takes a bump on the wall, continuing into the zone before it's skated out by Fazio. Ribeiro regroups. Drops it off the wall to Wendell. One more time off the boards. Bergen snaps it across. Eagles want to set up here as a shot on goal is punched out by Tell. Just 40 seconds left on the power play. We're going to get another stoppage here. 4:36, that puck hit the netting, so with, again, 40 seconds left on the power play for too many skaters on the ice. Face-off's going to be to the right of Cooper Tell. Shot off the skate of Tell, goes back to the corner. Comes all the way down. Men's out to stop it. Jet Lucas first there for the Hornets. Beat the Eagles down the ice, and Lucas possesses the puck. Looking across to Wheeler, where it's batted out of the air by Chang. Settled, dump in. Men's off the pad, out to the corner for Chang. Chang plays it out. Wheeler first there, drops it back to Solomon, settling with 5 to go. Thrown down the ice one more time. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. First on it, backhander outside was Jet Lucas. Wheeler resets, taking it back to neutral ice. 3:45 remaining in the first period. Rolling north is Blessy. Blessy cuts back to the point. Trying to slide one through to Lucas. Taken away. Blessy earns it back. Lucas on the keep-in. Cycles for Blessy. Takes a check from Policia. Continues to drive his feet, though, and Blessy gets the puck again. Working extremely hard. Nice move at the top of the circle. Fakes the shot, slides it back door. They score! What an individual effort from Blessy. Finds Pat Salos down low, and it's 2-0 for the Hornets. Pat Salos going to get his 4th of the season, 2nd apple of the year for Blessy. And take another look at this move right there. Great head fake, little stutter step. You think he's going to shoot there, and instead he slides the pass down low to the goal line. And Pat Salos quickly, backhand, forehand, puts it home. Hornets win the ensuing faceoff with 3:10 remaining. That shot is blocked upon the zone entry. Hills keep it in. Thrown to the corner for Blessy. Blessy takes a bump from Billy Wendell. They continue to engage in battle. Wendell comes away with it at the point. A shot goes right off the outside of the net. Lucas out of the corner. Pass is blocked. Recovers possession. Tries to poke it low for Pat Salos. Pat Salos to Blessy. Drags to the backhand. Menz makes a nice stop there. .233 left. Faceoff's one back, and it's thrown all the way down the boards. Benson Huang on it. Comes out to neutral ice, and Lemke slowing it down with 2:15 left. in this opening period. Dished across to Daguerre. Daguerre, toe drag, shot, scores. Daguerre. Matthews-esque on that one. Pull and drag and lets it fly. And it's 3-0 for Half Hollow Hills. Great shot from Daguerre. Taking around the net is the Hornets, not slowing down here in the first period. Mossbacher up to the point, puts it cross corner. Shot, rebound, scooped by Mossbacher. Takes it back behind the net. Shovel to the slot, intercepted, and Ribeiro wheels out. Numbers here for the Eagles. Trying to split the D. Ribeiro with a chance. Shot went just wide. Great opportunity there for Bethpage. $1:20 to go in the first. Pass to the slot, broken up. Hornets trying to clear. Lemke moves it across, D to D. Moved up the wall one more time, and working it back is Daguerre. Final minute now of the opening period. Lemke sees some ice to skate, gonna take it. Drops it off to the outside for Wheeler. Wheeler cycles it deep. It's gonna be hard enough to wrap all the way around the boards, but the first one to it for Bethpage is Bergen. Off the wall to Vent. Vent chips it out. Took a bump in the process, knocked to the ice, and Wheeler's gonna take the puck away and curl in with pace. Wheeler, bad angle shot, hits the outside of the net, and it hit the netting above, went out of play with 32.7 to go. Left of Men's, one back, goes to the point. That shot off the glove of Men's. Rebound is scooped up by Chang, cuts the net, and starts the breakout, firing out of the zone. Slowed up by Solomon at the red line. Across to Wheeler, and Wheeler puts it in deep. Wendell will take it back behind his own net. 12 seconds to go. One more time, fired out of the zone. Solomon settles. Starts to skate off on the backhand. 5 seconds remaining. Takes a check on the wall. Turnover forced there by Palicia, and that's going to do it for the first period. 3-0 the score. Half Hollow Hills on top after 15 minutes of hockey. Don't go anywhere. Second period coming up next here on the LI Sports Network. third one was DeGuerre. Second period to go here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call. Producing tonight, Gabe Zakari on the camera. Rowan Hlodick, 3-0 for Half Hollow Hills over the Bethpage Eagles. Teams flip sides, and it's the Hornets now who take possession at the red line. Backhanded ahead by Matt Leonard. Eagles slowed it up, but Blessy recovers and begins to wheel. Blessy certainly showed off his skill tonight as he moves it to the high slot for Jet Lucas. Lucas opens up, goes across the seam. Shot save made by Menz. Takes the whistle. 36 seconds into the middle period. We're live at the Clark Gillies Arena here at Dix Hills Park. For those of you who have been around as long as I have, you know that this is called the quote-unquote old rink. This one's been around much longer than the one to our north. Dragging outside, backhand try, they score. Blessy again showing off the hands in the slot. And it's a 4-0 lead now for the Hornets. Turnover forced on the half wall and a quick touch pass out to Blessy, who initially got slowed up on the initial toe drag, stuck with it, pulled it through on the second try, and a quick backhand goes off the post and in. 4-0 lead now for Hills. They're rolling here tonight. Monday night hockey in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Billy Wendell looking for a quick answer. He shoots, punched out by Tell. Cycle down low, Seglio. Gets the stick lifted by Lemke. Lemke's gonna take the puck back out the other side. Head up looking for that breakout pass and stretches it long. Knocked out of the air by Mossbacker, so it won't be an icing. Mossbacker cuts out and shoots. Rebound generated before it's kicked back below the goal line. DeGuerre. Cross point, now Lemke looking to throw it on goal, takes a deflection, still loose, and now it's poked out, collected by Seglio, who throws it across ice. Dumped in by Baudil. Eagles looking to get on the forecheck now. Lemke settling. Kicks it over to Wisaki. Wisaki to Mossbacker. Clean reception of the pass and enters the zone. Driving wide, Mossbacker. Knocked off the puck. Arm up. Penalty is called. It's a hooking call going on Billy Wendell. Two-minute power play here for the Hornets. It's going to be their first power play chance of the game. What can they do with it? Shot on net from the outside. Menz handles that one very easily. Takes the whistle. No problem there for the netminder. Back to the point, rolling to the middle. Solomon hooks it back to the left flank. Wrist shot, they score. Blessy with a bullet of a wrister gets his second of the night, and it's 5-0 for Half Hollow Hills. A lot of heat on that from Blessy. Out of the zone, Wheeler right off that center ice draw, following the goal, passed across, unable to connect was Manfredi. One more try, pad save, rebound is going to be poked in. Another one on the board for Half Hollow Hills, it's Manfredi. Just got right to work following that goal. And it's Wheeler who takes it away, rolls the circle. A good low shot that creates a rebound. And Manfredi's there to poke it into the yawning cage. Nothing men's could have done about that one. Eagles trying to get one back here as Wheeler clears. Just a little over 3 minutes played here in the second period. It's now a 6-0 hockey game. Fazio takes it around the net. Wendell all over him. Moves it to Manfredi, who dishes it right back. Fazio hits Wheeler. Wheeler lost the handle. It's scooped by Fazio. Continues across the offensive zone, dropping it off at the point. Got hounded there. So it came back to Solomon, who hits Wheeler with the pass. It's blocked. And Palicia plays it into space, but the foot race for it was won by Solomon. Off the wall, settled by Wheeler, and thrown into the opposite side. Fazio's going to get to it first. Fazio walks behind the goal line. Pass gets blocked. Takes a check from Palicia. Both sides trying to dig the puck out. It's Wheeler who does. Pops to the point, taken away, and Billy Wendell's off on a breakaway. Wendell driving in to the backhand. He scores! Billy Wendell shows a burst of speed, and he gets the Eagles on the board. 6-1 hockey game. You don't see that too often. Wendell and... We're showing the replay of the goal right now, but Wendell is stuck to the cage of Chang. They're stuck together right now. Great move, forehand, backhand there. Wendell read that one perfectly, intercepts, and gets his first of the season for the Eagles here tonight. And Billy Wendell, first of the year. That shot hits the outside of the net. As the Hornets trying to get it back, Eagles want to build some momentum following that goal. Puck is dumped in, collected by Lemke, plays it right back to where it just came from. Vent holds the line, kicks across. Huang is able to put it into neutral ice. Mossbacker collects it, but right as he touches up, we get a penalty called. And Benson Huang going to be headed to the box here. Interference call on Benson. And the Eagles will get a power play chance once again here in this hockey game. It'll be their third power play of the night, 0 for 2 so far, as they look to get on the board and cut the lead even more following that goal from Billy Wendell. Clearing attempt, knocked down by Wendell with a high stick. So we get a quick stoppage there. Hornets win the face-off, and it's going to be hinged all the way back to Solomon, trying to drain more time. Right back to Lemke. Tries to send it all the way. It's stopped at the blue by Bergen. Lucas forcing a turnover. Takes a check. Moved across to Seglio, resets things. Policia now. Policia wraps it into the zone. Wendell first on it. Walks off the boards, but Wheeler takes it away, and Wheeler is humming down the sheet. Nice move on the zone entry. Takes the shot, and Menz keeps the door shut on that opportunity. Back down the ice come the Eagles. Drop pass at the point, and Lucas gonna take it away. 2-on-1 now with Wheeler driving. Saucer pass to Wheeler. Turns into a breakaway. He scores. Wheeler short-handed. 7-1 now for the Hornets. Wheeler with his first goal of the season. Starts with the Jet Lucas takeaway just inside the blue line. Creates a 2-on-1 chance. Pulls the defender over. And Wheeler gets a mini breakaway out of it after receiving that saucer pass clean. No mistake on the shot either. Leonard with the puck. Ton of pressure being applied right now. Chips it ahead to Fazio, who's got space. Wheels it into the zone. Fazio off to the backhand. Poke checked off the stick. Out come the Eagles. Policia started it defensively. Cuts in. Backhand pass. Hit a leg. Kicked perfectly, though, to Seglio. His shot's blocked. Bergen keeps it in to the goal line. Policia across to Wendell. Wendell goes back to Policia. Opens and shoots. Blocked in front. Leonard in the way. Leonard on the backhand. Couldn't clear. It's held in and thrown off the glass. Was Saki on the opposite side. Pitting Ribeiro. Pulling the puck out was Policia. Got the stick lifted, though. And out comes Fazio, dishing ahead to Blessy. Gloves it down and skates in 1-on-1. Blessy cuts, shoots. Glove save by Menz. Exactly 8 minutes left in the second period. It's a 7-1 hockey game in favor of the Hornets. Hornets getting a work offensively once again, as they have not taken the foot off the gas here in this one. Dished across, Wolney shot blocked. Stopped up on the back of the net. Wheeler cycles low, quick give and go. It's poked off the stick, though, before he can get a shot off. Half the game gone, half of it to go. Moved across to Vent. Fazio there. Got the angle right off the glass. Collision right in front of us as Wheeler pushes Ronaldo into the boards. Wolney. Stretch pass. Wheeler pulls it down. Beautiful reception of that one. Tuck in the shoulder. Protects the puck across the crease. Fazio just wide. Wolney wins the battle on the wall. Moved across to Lucas. Puck goes off into the near corner. Shot hits the back wall. Wolney on the keep in. Hits Wheeler again. Wheeler takes a check. Again, Wolney on a keep in. Fazio to Wheeler. Out of the corner. Puck hits a stick. Goes to the opposite side. Came through the skates of Minhas and out. Hornets trying to come right back. It's slowed up. And Chang wheels in solo right now. Driving outside. Wolney knocks him down right off the puck. Wolney leads the rush now. Puts it off the boards for Fazio. Went through the legs. Hornets begin to make a line change as the Eagles reset for the breakout. Through the middle. Wendell scoops it up. Ton of speed here for Billy Wendell. Takes it behind the net. Wendell into the slot. And it's just taken away by Mossbacker. who puts it in to open space for Daguerre. 3-on-1, offside are the Hornets. 5:39 left, period 2. Flip in dump right on goal. Men's steers it aside, no issue. Unable to get it out though as Daguerre stops it right at the blue. Policia got a piece of the pass. It's Daguerre who recovers possession. Daguerre gets the stick lifted, keeps going to work. Behind the net. Out front, unable to get a piece was Huang. Just a high flip out of the zone as the Eagles try to alleviate some of this pressure with 5 minutes to go in the second. Moved over to Huang. Back to Lemke. Through the middle from Mossbacher. Mossbacher drags and shoots through a screen. It got blocked by Bergen. Eagles chip it out again, forcing a reset. Daguerre on a stick lift. Settles the rolling puck and drags it right back in. Tucks the shoulder. Shot goes over the net and hits the glass. Settles it down in the corner. Try to drag move that Wendell slowed up. Lemke on the keep in. Lemke knocked to the ice by Policia. Eagles are out. They've got numbers if they hurry. Instead, Huang racing back defensively, forced the turnover and puts it back deep again. Mossbacher there, comes together with Bergen. Stays on the near side wall and out to Wisaki. A D-to-D pass for Leonard. Leonard dumps it down, icing's waved. Pass into the slot, chance there. Hit the post, they score. Pat Salos, the beneficiary. Hornets right back on it as the puck is in behind the net. Now into the corner. Up top, Solomon, center point. Walks and shoots over the head of Men's. It's Blessy into the slot. Men's going to dive on top of it. Patsalos across to Solomon. Hacks at it, can't keep it in. Good pressure applied there by Vent as he was able to knock it out of the zone. Solomon curls it right back in, though. Centering pass didn't find a home, but played up to the point. That shot from Leonard was deflected, batted out of the air, hits the post, stays on the goal line. Now they score. Jet Lucas gets another one tonight. Good hand-eye coordination. Both his goals created off tip-ins. First one was a tip-in clean. That one was a redirection that he then batted out of the air. Held up on the post, sat on the goal line, and then he just gets the stick across to slide it home and extend the lead for the Hornets. Pass across to Wheeler. Wheeler. Chance was blocked, but a kick to the point for Wolney. Wolney walks and fires. Nice stop from Menz. Quick reflexes there. Around to Wheeler. He'll cut out from behind the net. Up top now, it's Wheeler. Slides it across. A wrist shot. Menz with the save. with 2:29 to go in the second. The wrister came in there from Owinski. Bethpage able to get the puck out off that D-zone draw. But Hills come right back with a ton of speed. That hits the post. Winsky on the wrist shot try. Battle continues in the corner as both sides are just swarming the puck right now. It's finally pulled out of the pile. Across to Winsky again. He backhands it low to Wheeler. Wheeler just overskates it, looking to recover it. Ronaldo got a piece. They're tied up. Wheeler drags it into the slot. Now turning and firing it was Manfredi. Redirected wide. A stick lift, and out comes Bethpage. Polici has got to slow up. Puck came just in behind him. Dumps it in now. Winsky gets the feet turning. Winsky fakes inside, goes out. Now into the slot. Huang with the shot. It's still loose in the paint. Now it's called a goal. Huang gets on the board now. Hornets control it with Saki to the middle, and Daguerre snaps it back across. We're going to go back to Daguerre. Was Mossbacker, collects it off the boards. Backhander through the seam. Mossbacker shot, save, rebound. Mossbacker tucks it in on the backhand right as we enter the final minute of period 2. The Hornets just keeping the foot on the gas tonight and continuing to score goals in bunches. Saki to Lemke. Lemke to Daguerre. Daguerre snaps it to the far blue, and Mossbacker in with a ton of speed. Forehand, backhand, shoots, he scores. Mossbacker's got a hat trick tonight now. Chance here. That shot goes off the mask of Tell as Wendell was looking to get a chance. Now a stretch pass. Patsalos 2-on-1 with 17 seconds to go. Patsalos across. One-timer. They score. Blessy completes the hat trick now. Tell makes the stop on one side, and Blessy scores on the other. Hornets possess off the draw. Just 5 seconds left. Wheeler is just going to hold it and fire it down one last time. Time expires here in the second period. We got 15 minutes to go. It's the Hornets up big over the Eagles here on the LI Sports Network. Third period to go on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call. Gabe Takuri, our producer. Rowan Plottick working the camera for us this evening. Eagles on a dump in. Tell kicks it away with the right pad. That shot goes through and ends up hitting the glass. Believe Tell got a piece of it once more. Eagles reset, gaining the red, dumping it in for Bethpage was Bergen. They look to get on the attack now. Clearing attempt, not out. Wendell steps up on it. Holds the line. Gets it back to the half wall. Shot comes through. They score! The bad angle try from Minhas, and he puts it in. Great effort by Wendell on the keep-in. And Minhas saw a lane and took it. Fires the shot through. Tell had a tough time handling it. And it drops in over the goal line. Another one on the board here for Bethpage. Wendell in, shoots. That goes off the glove of Tell. That ends up over the net. Hit in the corner. Blessy plays it out to Wolney. Wolney at the point. Has it taken away, and is going to take a penalty in the process. Bethpage going to get a power play when Hills touch up here. And now racing back to touch it is Wolney. Eagles going on the man advantage once again. Face-off's one back to Wendell. Wendell finds a lane, shoots just over the cage. Played back to the point. Ronaldo fires, hits the glass. Short-handed chance, windmill deke, now an opportunity going off to the backhand and scoring is Fazio. Back to center ice we go. Pass to Lemke. Lemke on a high flip. It's knocked down, settled by Wendell. Wendell off the boards into space for Ronaldo. Wasaki steps up and fires it down. Menz plays it out for Wendell, and Wendell gets the wheels turning. Pass comes off the glove of Manfredi. And Palicia trying to cut to the net, just poked away. Back to the point goes Palicia. Shots blocked. Huang clears. Wendell cuts back in as the Eagles tag up onside. Takes it around the net. Stuff try. Still loose in the paint. Digging at it was Bergen. And I believe Tell got it covered up in time. He did. Hornets possess the draw. Still shorthanded here for another 45 seconds. Eagles force a turnover. Ronaldo rolling puck, settles it. Shot gets blocked. Tell takes it off the back wall, covers it up. Out to the slot, chance there, they score! Palicia on the power play for the Eagles. Take another look at this one. Great work down behind the net. And look at 97 finding that loose ice. Puck pops right into the wheelhouse and puts it into the top corner. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Blessy on the dump in from outside the zone. He scores. Hornets possess it. It's Patsalos. Hits Jet Lucas. Lucas cutting in on the backhand, takes it around the net. Trying to put it into the slot for Patsalos. It's off a couple skates. Lucas recovers it on the backhand and shovels it home. Wheeler moves it to Wolny off the center ice faceoff. Wolny flips it on net. Men's with the glove stop. Takes the whistle. Faceoff's one back to Wheeler. Swivels the hips. Throws it down low. Winsky's first on it. Winsky defended tight by Park. Park gets a swipe at it, puts it up the boards. Back down low to Winsky, out of the corner. Settles it down and takes it out of the zone to Wheeler. Dropped it back at the far blue line. Wheeler to Wolny now. Curls in, a high flip on net. Lands on top of the cage. And we'll get a stoppage. Gary to Huang. Right off the face-off win. Cycles it in. First to it are the Eagles. Comes up the boards. Huang drops down. Back for DeGarre. DeGarre. Mossbacker to the point. That tries blocked. Eagles have numbers. Ribeiro. Wide on the left-hand side. Backhands it out front. Comes all the way across. Seglio now to the point. Bergen to Ribeiro, Palicia. Ribeiro's out in front with the stick down, ready to go. Hill's clear. Bergen quick up. 10 minutes left in this game. And as Billy Wendell gets the pass, cutting into the zone. Shot goes over the head of Tell. Mossbacker, high flip. Right through the middle, it's out over the stick of Huang. Bergen settles. Puts it into the neutral zone once again. Palicia angles, knock the puck away. Hornets trying to recover. It's flipped in off the wall by Seglio. Ribeiro forcing a turnover. Wendell slides it. Palicia, shot, save, rebound. They score. Seglio tucks that one home. Good shift there from Bethpage. They get to work offensively, applying good pressure as Wendell takes it off the boards, hits Palicia, and a shot that generates a rebound with Seglio there, stick ready to go. And he taps it in. It's the Eagles who have the puck. And Zeminski skating it into the zone. Gets the stick lifted by Jet Lucas, who will take the puck away. Patsalos dangles in on the zone entry. Back to the forehand. Goes around the net. Trying to back it off the cage. Taken away by Koff. Lucas keeps it in the zone. Hits Patsalos off the backhand. Can't settle it. Pops back to Lucas through the seam to Blessy. Blessy opens up and skates the puck out of the zone. Didn't like his options. Continues all the way back behind his own net. Moves it to Wheeler. Wheeler goes long to Patsalos, and Patsalos is in with a chance around the net. Patsalos continues to wheel and takes it right back out of the zone one more time. Patsalos to Wheeler. And Wheeler behind his own cage, dishes it off. Blessy. The Hornets just having a catch with possession here right now, with 7.5 to go in this hockey game. Clean break, and here comes Patsalos. Stops up after entering the zone, throws it back to Fazio, resetting one more time. Blessy holding it. Move to Patsalos at the red line. Curls back again. Winsky driving in. Now a chance for the Hornets. They score again. That time it's Wysocki. Hornets win another face-off. Eagles all over it here. Half Hollow Hills on possession again. Dish to Winsky at the far blue. Cuts in on a spin move. Shot gets blocked. Wysocki's going to collect it in the corner. Moves it to Wolny. Wolny walks around the cage. Throws it around the wall to the point for DeGuerre, but couldn't get there in time to keep it in. So the Hornets will have to break out of their own zone again. Mossbacker. D to Gary up the wall. Seglio applying plenty of pressure here as it's across to Mossbacker again. Moved it to DeGuerre. DeGuerre steps in, snaps a shot that gets blocked by Bergen. Cleared out by the Eagles. Forced backward, Minhas. Bergen D to D. Park. Moved it ahead to Ribeiro. Tips it into the zone. Going to work on Lemke now. Lemke plays it around to Wheeler, gets it back. .4:45 to go here in the third period. Hornets get the puck out once more. Huang over the red line, dumps it in, so won't be an icing on the play. Chang's there, stops up, comes out the same side the puck just came from, put it off the wall. Puck came in behind Baudil. Wheeler throws it around to Lemke. Lemke, weak side wrap. To the middle for Manfredi. Huang gets there in time. Huang enters. Continues cutting wide. Takes a check from Bergen. Lost the puck. Bergen puts it off the boards. Jake Baudiel out. Plays it across to Gavin. Gavin on the dump in. Blocked by Wheeler. Gavin staying with it though. Pokes it deep. Wheeler throws it around to Lemke. Eagles almost had a chance there. It was taken away in the slot, and Huang gets it out. Moving it across to Leonard. And breaking that up, Baudiel. 3:30 to go. High flip all the way down. First back. Michaela Kauf. Off the boards and out. Lemke gets a pass from Wheeler and takes it back once more. Moves it to Wheeler, the captain. A long stretch pass that comes off the skate of Matthew Leonard. Drop back to Chang. Chang curls, takes it back behind the net with Leonard all over it. Moved it to Ribeiro. Ribeiro in with some speed. Came off the toe, ends up in the corner. Hill skated out once more. Patsalos gains the red line, curls back though. Behind the Hills net. Looking to break out again here. Bethpage want to keep it in deep. Came across to Isaki, backhands it over. Isaki's pass was blocked behind the net. As the Eagles almost able to take it away there. Move to Wisaki. Wisaki to Patsalos. Patsalos cuts in. Takes it around the net. Chang looking to angle. Protecting it, Patsalos. Curls at the point. Keeps it in. Curls away from Wendell. Drops it back to Wisaki at the red line. Wisaki throws it all the way back, and it ends up on the stick of Fazio as we now enter the final minute of this hockey game. Hornets still keeping possession here in their own defensive zone. .30 seconds remaining. And Blessy just holding on to it here. Moves it across for Fazio. Dropped right back for Blessy. Shipped into space. Patsalos is there. Knocked to the ice by Chang. 10 seconds to go. Swiped off the stick by Jet Lucas. Defensively takes it back just outside the zone. 2 seconds and 1. And that's going to do it. The Hornets pick up a massive victory at home tonight, taking care of the Bethpage Eagles. A whopping final score of 17-4. Not the result the Eagles were hoping for. Got to commend the netminder Addison Menz for her effort tonight. Definitely a lot of those goals. Cannot sit there and say it was her fault. She put in a valiant effort here tonight. She made a couple of big stops throughout this contest, but the offensive firepower from Half Hollow Hills just proved to be too much for Bethpage here in tonight's contest. The Eagles are back in action Sunday night, November 23rd. We'll have that game live here on the LI Sports Network. It's a matchup against last season's NYIHSHL varsity champions and the Long Island champion Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. Hornets back in action as well Sunday night. Same venue, TOB. That'll be the first matchup of the night, 6:30 against the VSSL Storm. So for you Eagles and Hills fans, we'll see you both Sunday night at the TOB for a 6:30 puck drop for the Hornets against the Storm and an 8 p.m. puck drop for the Eagles and the Dogs. It's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. Once again, Hills picking up the victory. Want to thank Rowan Hlodick for working the camera tonight. Want to thank our producer, Gabe Curry. Want to thank you all at home for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Make sure you follow us on social media and hit subscribe on YouTube for more extensive coverage of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. I'm Travis Quigley. Have a great rest of the night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night at the TOB here on the LI Sports Network.